Joe Restinell with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. Dougie Ford is building a new train for commuters to go into Toronto. Play the clip.
Friends, we're building the transportation infrastructure Durham needs to reach its full potential, to keep people and goods moving. Today, we're announcing that we have awarded Bowmanville Construction Partners a contract for advanced infrastructure planning on the Bowmanville GO extension. This contract marks an important milestone on this critical project that will extend Lakeshore GO service 20 kilometers east into Clarington, with 4 new proposed GO stations in Durham region. This GO train extension will be a huge boost for the people and the businesses of Durham region. It will provide thousands of daily commutes with two-way all-day service, connecting them to downtown Toronto and other regions in the GTHA. It will provide people with more transit options and more convenience, cutting travel times and allowing people to spend less time in bumper-to-bumper traffic and more time at home with their family.
Joe Restinell with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. Dougie Ford is building a new train for commuters to go into Toronto. Play the clip. Who wants to go into Toronto? People want to get out of Toronto. People can't live in Toronto, Dougie. They can't live in Toronto. Ultimately, yes, it's a nice idea to have a train, but if you can't afford to live in the city, what good is it? What good is it? People want to leave. They don't want to go in. Come on, Doug. What are we going to do about that? Ontario Premier Dougie Ford plants a Mark Saunders for mayor sign on his front lawn. What's the deal with those lions? I don't have lions on my front lawn. Do you even have a front lawn? If you did, I bet you don't have lions on it. Dougie Ford posing for a picture. Oh, ain't that so cute, Dougie? You're so inclusive. Dougie Ford in Ontario are celebrating Pride Month. Look at the clip. Joe Restinell with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. Dougie Ford in Ontario are celebrating Pride Month. Look at the clip. Couple comments. Doug looks so out of place walking with these people and pretending like he gives a flying crap. That's point one. Point two, this is the acronym as it stands from the advertisement from the Dugginator. 2S LGBTQ L plus or I plus community. What is all of that? Seriously, the acronym is growing by the day. Do you think Doug Ford knows what that acronym is? I don't think so. Now, what Doug knows, he knows where the White Castle is. He also knows where he gets a 6-pack of beer. He knows that. As far as that acronym, he has no clue, and neither do most people. Dougie Ford and some other political muckety-muck says that Canadians should recognize National Indigenous Peoples Day. Play the clip.
Today, June the 21st, marks National Indigenous Peoples Day. It's a time to recognize and celebrate the rich traditions, heritage, and contributions of First Nation, Inuit, and Métis peoples across the province and this great country.
As we commemorate this important day, I want to acknowledge that we are on land traditionally occupied by Indigenous peoples. Each and every day, they continue to care for this land and shape the Ontario we know today. And I want to show my respect. Hundreds of years after the first treaties were signed, they are still relevant today.
Our government will continue to work with Indigenous partners to build a stronger future for all First Nations and a stronger Ontario.
in the spirit of celebration, the spirit of reconciliation. I encourage us all to attend events planned across the province, not just today, but throughout the rest of June in recognition of National Indigenous History Month.
Thank you, and miigwech.
Joe SNL with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. Dougie Ford and some other political muckety-muck says that Canadians should recognize National Indigenous Peoples Day. Play the clip. Couple comments. If you are on land that is belonging to the National Indigenous Peoples, why don't you give it back? Dougie, why don't you give your house back? How about that guy that works for Trudeau's government that was in the clip? Nice hair, nice suit. How about your house? How about you give that back and stop pandering for votes, please?
Hey Canada, show the country that you stand for freedom with one of these hats from our store. Your purchase supports this channel. Check out the link in the description and order yours now.